Welcome back, everyone. I'm Beth Haynes. 2014 brought several new tech gadgets, and we're in store for even more new, innovative ideas in the new year. Joining us with a look at the top tech toys of 2014 and a look ahead, of course, as we do here, 2015. Tech expert Dan Thompson with Claris Networks. Really glad to have you on, and some exciting things to talk about. Before we look ahead, let's look back on 2014. I know two things really inspired you. Oculus Rift and 3D printing. Let's begin with Oculus Rift. What is it, and what's the buzz, the fascination in the tech world surrounding this?
Sure. So Oculus Rift is the first really consumer accessible virtual reality setup. And what's exciting about it is virtual reality is something that people have been rumoring and have been guessing and surmising about for years and years and years and years. And this, part of what was exciting about it was a Kickstarter project originally, later picked up and financed by Facebook, which is kind of an odd mix. But what was awesome about it is it's fascinating technology. They finally got it dialed in to where people don't get motion sick when you're wearing it. But what inspired me about it was not necessarily the gaming aspect of it, which is what you hear about in the news.
What we're seeing right there.
Exactly, exactly. For me, what was exciting about it were the other applications. So maybe you could take a virtual tour of a home or a building that's not yet built.
More practical.
That's exactly right. And then, the gentleman that introduced me to the Oculus, he actually had Parkinson's disease, and his comment was, you'll never get anybody to show up to a Parkinson's support group. However, through virtual reality, people will show up because I can leave my failing body behind and just show up emotionally and show up in a new body, and then can have conversations and can talk about my problems and can talk about where this is all headed, and not be burdened by having, this sounds kind of bad, but having to see someone who's farther down the road. We can all just talk and share and be who we are. And that, to me, just blew me away.
Oh, that's incredible, just the opportunities there. I also want to talk about 3D printing. What about the printing are you most excited about? We're seeing new products daily.
Yeah, and so 3D printing obviously was not new for 2014, but what was new for 2014 is the accessibility. So a couple months ago, I had the opportunity to speak over at the Episcopal School of Knoxville. They actually have a makerspace in their middle school. And I was totally inspired by the fact that these middle school kids are learning engineering, design, and with the ability of 3D printing, I personally have a belief that the United States is primed for a micro-manufacturing revolution. This could be awesome for our economy, and it starts with the children of today, kind of throwing off the bounds of engineering as we understand it today. Just let them be kids and create, and let's see what happens.
Sky's the limit, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, that's something certainly that we'll continue to watch in 2015.
Definitely.
What else are you looking forward to? Any new launches, any new products, applications? I'm sure,
Absolutely. So for 2015, what I have my eye on, this gentleman by the name of Dr. Eagleman over at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston has been working on a device called the Vest. He just got funded with this off of Kickstarter. What the Vest does is essentially a physical vest. It's also an acronym. Here you can see images of it, but it has an array of little motors that vibrate all over the body, and what they're able to do is translate sound into vibrations on your skin, and after some training, people can effectively hear through their skin. Now, what's exciting about this, the initial application is for people who are hearing impaired. So instead of a approximately $40,000 cochlear implant that allows them to hear today, the vest would be about $2,000. So people can learn to translate this feeling that they're having on their body to what it is someone's saying. This is totally freaky, and this almost sounds like sci-fi. Here's where they're going with this, though. Now, this will totally blow you away. So as it turns out, the brain is really good at doing statistical analysis sort of behind the scenes. It's why we have, lots of emotions, and why you have opinions about things that maybe you haven't ever studied. So what they are experimenting with is what happens if I could throw all the stock market data from this year at your body and just let your brain sort of chew on it and think about it. Maybe one day you would be sitting there and you would have an impression that, maybe Microsoft is going to do really well today for some reason. Or, maybe it's not that specific. Maybe it's NASDAQ will be be up today, or S&P will be down tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fascinating stuff, tapping the brain in ways that we've never done before.
That's what we can look forward to in 2015. Great to see you. Happy
you.
New Year to you.
Same to you.
We'll see you soon, I'm sure. And we'll be right back after this.